A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and a warm welcome to every one of you from me as well to Sri Lanka. Thank you for coming to our beautiful nation. So the topic is what's hot and what's not. If we are talking about what's hot, the main reason we want to be hot is to expand the tea category. Because if we don't expand the tea category, then suddenly we will begin to see contraction in the tea market. And I want to start with a few words from two of the well-known professors at INSEAD, Professor Rene Mobon and Professor Chan Kim, who head the Blue Ocean Strategy Institute. And I want to just share a few thoughts from how Blue Ocean Strategy would look at expanding the tea category. And they would basically say, let's target the non-customers of tea. Not simply focus on existing customers, but expand the market looking at non-customers of tea. And as we look at non-customers of tea, there are three groups of people that I want to talk about as per the Blue Ocean Strategy document. And it says there are three tiers of non-customers. So let's look at this chart all in one go. We have an existing market of consumers who drink tea. And the first tier of non-customers are those customers who are soon to be non-customers, looking at jumping away from tea to something else. And we need to protect that group. We can't lose that group, because if we lose that group, then our base becomes weaker. The second tier is what we call consumers who are refusing non-customers of tea. And who are refusing non-customers of tea? Consumers who believe that they will never taste a cup of tea. They are committed to not drinking tea. And there's a group of customers we need to convert there too. The third and final group is the third tier, which is the unexplored non-customers. I want to focus on tier 2, which is refusing non-customers, and tier 3, which is unexplored non-customers. So let's look at one example. In terms of refusing non-customers, it's quite interesting how the tea and coffee markets are clearly mapped out. And a refusing non-customer to tea would be probably the coffee drinkers. And I was quite impressed to hear that Kirin, and we have Mitsunoro speaking to us a little later, has launched a tea espresso. What a wonderful initiative to start converting consumers who are coffee drinkers into tea. If we look at the refusing non-customers, the unexplored non-customers, we have a couple of categories there, which is the carbonated soft drink market and the alcoholic beverages and the non-alcoholic beverages. What is tea doing in trying to capture that consumer into the marketplace? And I've been seeing some exciting work done by Dilma in terms of the whole iced tea market, and also taking a decision to launch a beer based on tea, which I think is the right way to attack that kind of market. Going back some years, when I was working for Unilever, believe it or not, in the 80s, Unilever launched a tea brand, and it was called Lipton 21, a tea-based beer, in 25 years back. What happened to that was a flaw in the distribution strategy, which basically had the carbonated soft drinks being distributed, popping up, and basically the bottles started exploding. But instead of fixing the distribution strategy, the brand was withdrawn. I yet think there's a huge opportunity to create a beer with a tea base. And I sincerely hope that succeeds. And even a gin, why not? So we have some excellent speakers talking about their experience, and I will introduce them one by one. But the whole idea today is, if every one of you who are involved in the industry can leave today with at least one idea of how to expand the tea category in this world, I think that would then add to a significant increase in the global tea volumes. So look out for the ideas that each of our presenters are going to come to you with. They'll be sharing with you what's hot and succeeding in terms of trends in the market and how do we expand on that and move forward. So without any further ado, let me invite our first speaker, which is the current Managing Director of McKinsey Sri Lanka, Ganaka Herath, to share with us initially the global trends that he sees that will affect or impact our tea industry. Ganaka, over to you.